with box braids in my hair. How am I supposed to call for help if I don't speak Spanish and 911 is only speaking to me in Spanish? I knew he was gonna blame me. So you put $1,000 cost for that. I went back to my car and I instantly started crying. My phone. Yeah. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, like it's always something, you know what I mean? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another story time Sunday. Too much been going on in my life. You know, I've been keeping too fucking quiet and I'm really starting to want to go back talking my shit. So welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another story time. Today I will be telling y'all about the first car accident I ever got in, aka Miami Part 1 horror story. Literally the worst fucking trip I ever fucking took. I will not be returning to Miami for a number of reasons. Yeah, I will be telling y'all about me getting in my first fucking car accident in Miami. Also, my fire alarm is about to be changed. I don't have batteries at the moment, so you're gonna have to ignore that. I'm gonna try to close my door so that you don't hear it as loud, but it's gonna beep, so 1 second. I ain't even gonna lie, I just took the batteries out that hole because I have zero time to be hearing the beep in the background because it'd be annoying me. So I know if it annoy me, it'll annoy y'all. What the hell is still beeping? I ain't even gonna lie, I just put that hole in the dining porch. It's not about to ruin my video. I had the worst experience in Miami and y'all will get multiple story times. Like literally this is only part 1 to this part, like probably like 5 horror story. So this is the first incident that this is not even the first incident. This is the incident that happened with me. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened with me, and then another incident happened with my boyfriend with the rental car that we had. So let's just start with why the fuck I was there. So I went to Miami because my mom was getting a surgery. My mom went into surgery. She went to get a mom makeover. Girl, do your thing, whatever. I didn't want to go, but my mom wanted me to come. And I genuinely just didn't want to see my mom in pain. Like I was like, nah, I'm good. Like I don't need to see y'all cutting my mom, slicing my mom open and da da da. She didn't get a BBL. She got like a tummy tuck or whatever. So yeah, that's so unimportant. But I just want to tell y'all why I was there and why when in the future. Also, I will explain that in the next ones why all this shit really like I had and like why I was in this predicament in the first place. Because if I was having this bad experience being there, I was there from the 14th to the 26th, I would have went home, but I couldn't because I was with my mom who was recovering from a surgery. So the first day we get to Miami, let me just tell y'all, we got a rental car. So I don't know what the fuck it is with rental cars, but y'all, literally I have been traveling a lot recently, which is why also too I haven't been posting on YouTube and everything, but I just have been traveling a lot recently. So I've been like doing rental cars and this and this and this, and I don't know if I'm having a versatile experience or if this is just something that happens a lot with rental companies. All of you guys can comment down below and let me know that if you work for a rental car company or if you know an easier way to get the car we requested. Please comment it down below because this shit is absolutely insane. So for the past 2 cars, the first car I rented was something called Sixt, S-I-X-T. I requested for, I think, a BMW or some shit. Why did we end up getting a fucking Ford? An old Ford. The AC was blown. I was in Georgia struggling. That don't matter. I just want to call them out real quick because now I'm about to call out Avis. We booked with Avis this time and I don't know why I'm not going through Hertz. I just haven't gone through Hertz yet. The next time I rent a car, I will go through Hertz. Also, my mom is the one renting the car, not me because I'm underage. Well, I'm not 25 and you have to be 25 to rent a car. I booked with Avis and when we show up, number one, bitch, they had us standing on this long ass line. Now, my mom's friend, who was also on a trip with us for a week, she has like the preferred, so you can go get the like where you just pick up the keys or something and the keys in the car and the car is ready for you, blah blah blah. So when I booked the car, me, my mom, my boyfriend, and my mom's friend was going to Miami. Me and my boyfriend, like we be driving and we be all over the place and we knew we would be doing stuff. So I wanted like a good car. Also, like all the cars were like the same price anyway. So I booked for a Benz fucking car. Like I dead booked for a Benz. We were supposed to be in a Benz room. Also, they told me that the Benz could fit 4 bags, which I know it was 4 of us, and altogether we dead ass had like 8 fucking bags. It told me it could fit 4 bags, 5 people. So I was just like, you know what, if we even have to make a double trip, that's fine. If we have to put people in an Uber to the house and then just come with the bags, like me and my boyfriend come with the bags in the car, that's fine. But we get to Avis and then we're like, hey, like we want our car and all that stuff. They send us to a spot. They're like, go here. We go to the spot. why are we looking at some little ass Lexus? So I'm like, no, like this is not what I paid for. Like this is not what I wanted. We need a big car. Like I know Benzes aren't that big, but we need a big car. Like we need a Benz truck, which is what I booked for. So they were like, oh, we don't have that, blah, 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 like trying to accommodate us with something else, but not even accommodate us. At this point, we're already being loud, rowdy black people because we're getting irritated. We're not loud and rowdy, but it's just like, why y'all keep telling us we have a car if y'all don't have a car? At this point, we'll take a 7-seater, big ass blackout truck. Like if that's what you have to offer, we will take that. But like this little ass Lexus is not fitting nothing. But at this point, I would rather take the Lexus than this fucking Nissan. No, it's not a Nissan. Was it a Nissan? It was a Ford Equinox.
Or some shit like that.
There was a Ford Equinox right next to us, and they were like, oh, you can either take the Equinox, which is the Ford, or you could take the Lexus. And we decided to just go with the Ford because it was the bigger car. If you drive a Ford, go off. My grandma would drive one. Her car drive cool and everything. The car drove cool and everything, but I'm just not a fan of them. So instead of us getting already, this was the first issue when we got to Miami. Instead of us getting the car we requested, which was a Benz truck, we ended up in a Ford Equinox. Oh well, I drive a Honda, so it's not like I'm like, oh bougie, I want this, this, and this, but like don't tell me I'm paying. Oh, also I paid for it already, so it's like you had me pay for a car that you don't have available for me, and that happened twice now. Like this shit happened twice. So when we got to my Airbnb, everything was cool and everything. I'm lying, everything was horrible, and I will talk about that down to the day of the accident. At this point, I was bringing my mom to her appointment every fucking day. So my mom had massages. After she got her surgery, she had to get massages. My mom wanted me to vlog the experience, which is why I'm telling y'all she even had the surgery, because I was personally gonna keep it offline, but she was telling me to vlog it. I didn't, because I'm not a vlogger, and also I didn't want to try my mom's business nor seeing my mom in pain. So I had to bring my mom to her massages every single day. Like I had to, from except the weekends. We were only there for one whole weekend because we was there from the 14th through the 26th. So the weekend I didn't have to bring my mom, but every other day, like every day, not every other, every day I had to bring my mom to massages. So the massage place is about 15 minutes away from our house, and when my mom got the surgery it was only like 3 minutes away from our house. So was it annoying? Yes, but at the end of the day I had to do it. The problem is, the only issue I had with this and why like I just wasn't feeling it, and why I wasn't trying to bring my mom to the surgeries at this point, because it was really bothering me. Me and my boyfriend were going, I didn't like leaving my mom in the house. Like after my mom's friend left after the first week, which this happened, the car accident took place the second week after she left. I didn't like leaving my mom in the house by herself. I was really scared to leave her alone because my mom needed help sometimes, like lifting her legs. But at this point, like my mom was dead doing stuff by herself, like walking upstairs again, you know, bending down, doing stuff of that sort. So I was just letting my mom rock and do her thing. But at this point, I was really losing my brain, or my mind, because I was in the house so goddamn much. Like I literally was home with my mom every day. Like bruh, I barely got to go out. Before that second week I probably went out like twice, and not even like twice is good enough, but I mean like twice where I would have to go and come right back, like only go out but like come right back. So I was really getting annoyed with that. So as soon as my mom was able to be in the house alone, meaning like I didn't have to go in her room at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning anymore to make sure she don't have to pee to get up or anything of that sort, she was able to just get up and go pee by herself. I was out. Me and my boyfriend started going out. We was trying to go out there at the night at least, so we ended up always being up until like 5 in the morning, out to like 5 in the morning, out to like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, blah, blah, blah. So the second week that me and my mom were together, I was the only one taking care of her, and she started making her massages instead of at 11 a.m. like she was doing the first week. She was making them at 9 a.m. So I was really getting really annoyed with that, because I was trying to tell her stop doing that, because I'm waking, like just make it 11, because yes, I want to help you, take care of you, but at the end of the day I am tired. Like I literally have not slept. Like I went on vacation for that whole 2 weeks, and I can't even tell y'all I got more than 8 hours of sleep at night. Like I promise you, I was up so freaking much, like just up, because the only time I could really enjoy myself was night, and by day I was like helping my mom, not necessarily like taking care of her, but by the second week I was just helping my mom. So I wasn't trying to leave her during the day when she needed my help. At night she sleep, I could leave. So yeah, my mom had me bring her to her appointments at 9 a.m. in the morning. That night I came home at like 5 a.m. So I wake up, I genuinely did not want to bring my mom. For some reason, my boyfriend was not coming with me to, not for some reason, my boyfriend was not coming with me to my mom's appointments, because why would he? Like, why are you waking up? We only need me. And at the time, we was just, my mom's friend was just coming along. But once she left, it was just me and my mom. But this morning, for some reason, I looked at my boyfriend like when I was getting ready, and I was like, do you want to come with me? Like, are you sure you don't want to come with me? And he was like, from the night that we had went out before, he never slept from when we got home because he was like kind of taking care of me, making sure I was good and stuff. So he never slept that night. So it was like 8 a.m. when I woke up. We got home around like 5 a.m. So he was looking at me like, hell no, I'm not trying to go with you. And I was like, okay, I understand. Like, I laughed it off because it's like, who the hell wants to do that? I'm driving there, and for some reason my mom, every 5 seconds, she just kept stop, Rykky, stop, do it. Like, she just kept, like, like, not even mistake, if I was to just drive, like, if I was coming close to a car, she would just be like, stop. And I'd be like, bro, I'm not gonna hit him, like, relax. After I dropped my mom to the appointment, y'all, I was so tired to the point where I was just like, bro, like, I wasn't tired where I can't drive, because that's not how it works. Well, so it works like that, but I wasn't that tired because I did get sleep. But I was too tired to sit in that, like, because they have a parking garage where you would go to, like, sit and wait for, like, people who, or your loved ones that's upstairs, getting massages, surgeries, anything of that sort. It was literally like BBL Central. Like, I was just looking around like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so glad my mom did not get a BBL, because, bro, it was looking so embarrassing. Like, bro, like, you could legit have no shame if you get a BBL. I just want y'all to know, please be prepared for that. Like, I was watching all these bitches outside, and I'm looking at my mom too, and my mom was low-key embarrassed. My mom was low-key embarrassing, but it wasn't as bad. Like, I can't even laugh at too many bitches because my mom too was one of them. But like, it was just, I was so tired to the point I tried to give myself something to do. Like, I didn't want to sit in that parking lot. Like, I knew I would lose my mind. Everything would irritate me. Like, I just needed coffee. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna just go get coffee. I was tired. Not tired to not drive. Like, you know what I mean? I was just tired. Like, I was too tired to stand in one spot. That's like making a bitch stand in the corner and tell her not to fall asleep. Like, no, if I would have stayed in the parking lot, I would have fell asleep, and then I definitely would have been knocked the hell out, and I have to be alert because I have to go get my mom from upstairs, etc., etc. So I was like, I'm gonna go get coffee. This massage is only supposed to be 40 minutes. In and out, in and out, in and out. So there was a Wendy's down the block. I've had Wendy's Froschinos before, so I was like, you know what? I don't even feel like going to Dunkin' because, y'all, I will explain this in the next story time, or like in a story time. Probably Wednesday story time. It might be a shorter one because it was just a lot of little shit that was really bothering me about Miami. But I'm going to get into it a little bit right now. But don't take offense. This is a disclaimer. I am not generalizing a whole community of Hispanics all over the world. I am not coming for you guys community as a whole. Like, I am literally just saying my experience when it came to my experience with Hispanic people that I endured in Miami. In Miami, I was in Coral Gables or whatever. Clearly it is a community that has a lot of Hispanic people. I am okay with that, and I don't expect people to automatically understand English. I don't expect people, I'm gonna just make this a disclaimer because I don't need none of you twisting my words right now. But my experience, my personal experience, my boyfriend's experience, my mom's experience, and my mom's friend's experience was absolutely ridiculous being in Miami as black people. Not only did I have to curse out a worker because she was so fucking rude to me, over nuggets, I'm gonna get into that in the next one. But I just decided to not go to the Dunkin' that was across the street because I went there already. And the whole thing about Miami, there's a lot of Hispanic speaking people. Now, I have patience. I have the patience to deal with a Hispanic person who does not speak English. If you only speak Spanish, that is fine. If you speak Portuguese, that's fine. If you speak fucking Cuban, I don't even know if that's a fucking language, that is fine. But I don't speak that. So we have to respectively understand that about each other. And we both need to understand what the fuck I am ordering. So I decided to not go to that one because I had a bad experience where, like, the lady was being mad aggressive. Like, she was talking to me very crazy. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? She automatically, like, when she realized I am not Hispanic and I cannot understand what she is saying, she just automatically, like, bruh, I'm telling you, she was like, mommy, look at the menu and let me know what you want. Like, bro, mad rude. Please do not come to me on no, oh, the Hispanic community, that's just how we talk, because that shit don't slide in the black community. But it don't slide in the black community. No buts. It just don't. We can't be rude to people and not have our race be brought into it. So like I said, I'm gonna bring it up because that was the group of people who was treating me bad. I went to a place in Miami where it was clearly black people. I didn't have no bad experience. Why do you be treating people so rude because we don't understand what you're saying, but you don't understand what I'm saying neither, and we're not being rude to you? And I put that on God. Anybody, like, I promise you, I see so many supporters nowadays. If I came to your driveway, came in your work, and I didn't know you was a supporter, you clearly could tell I didn't know who you was, but you knew who I was, you could say that. I just had a bitch today. JFK. I'll put it right here, who said that she met me in JFK. I didn't even know who she was, and she was very, very, very respectable. I was respectable back, and she said, I'm a nice human being. I am not disrespectful. My mom did not raise me like that. But nonetheless, back to the story. So I didn't go to the Dunkin' right across the street. I just went to the Wendy's because I was not trying to deal with that, and I knew I had their coffee before. So I go get their coffee, and I'm coming out the parking lot. Now, y'all, I'm going to insert picture. You have to understand, everything was just going wrong. Like, everything was not on my side. So I was coming out the Wendy's. I'm gonna post a picture right here. Let me move over so I could put like a good clip. I think like right here I was. So as you can see right here, I was in the Wendy's parking lot. When I took the screenshot as well, I just want y'all to know, before I was explaining this on live, and I literally started yelling, and I was like, Rykky, calm down. Damn bitch, nobody's attacking you. Like, you don't even need to be screaming for him. I just want to make this a disclaimer. I took this screenshot to show the cop. I'm gonna explain why I took this screenshot, to show I wasn't crazy, but this was after the accident. So yes, you're going to see, I'm gonna insert the whole screenshot, but as you can see at the top, it says like, turn right. There, I'll just put it right here. Let me just put it right on the screen for y'all. I was in this Wendy's, so they're telling me come out. The phone is flipped, but they're telling me come out and then turn right. That was the directions for only when I was in the Wendy's parking lot. But you have to keep in mind, when I'm telling this story, I was physically in the moment driving. So yes, I'm gonna explain. So as I was coming out the parking lot, I turned right, like as you can see, I'm putting it right here, that little blue line. I came out the parking lot, I went up, and now I'm at like a yield section. So like, the way it was like this, like there was like a border between like the two lanes. So at first I thought it was like a one-way, and that I could go left turning out, like going on this one instead of this one, because again, there was a triangular border in the middle, and I know that most triangular borders in the middle mean like you can't make that left turn, because they wouldn't put that there to make an inconvenience. But Miami is dumb as hell. Like, I promise you, from driving, if you're using GPS, you will get lost, you will make mistakes, because your GPS will literally, anybody from Miami will attest to that. I had people in my comments when I talked about it on my Spain page attesting to that. Miami streets are dumb. They clearly are not updated. So every single time you're driving, all of a sudden they're like, go left, you go left, and now you're rerouting, and you're rerouting, spinning. Them telling you go straight, you go straight. They're telling you no, mind, turn left, hit a U-turn. No, like, it's just always a U-turn to bus. I'm not trying to do that right now. I was coming out the lane, and I was looking, I was like, this looked like a hard ass, left turn. But mind you, I have to take the same left turn. I wish I had a picture. When I was leaving where my mom get her massages, I have to make that same left turn, like in a 5-lane intersection. So I wasn't scared of the turn. Like, it's not that I haven't taken it before. Yes, there were double lines in the road, but I can literally show you guys a left turn that I took in front of a cop in Connecticut that had double lines yesterday at a Dunkin', and that's not how it works. Like, it just doesn't always work like that. Like, it really doesn't. I don't know. It just does not work like that every time. If you've been driving, you know most of the time you can dead make left turns on lines that have double bars. Like, I hate when you get in an accident and bitches all of a sudden become the DMV driving instructor test. Like, I don't know. It's something about that that really grinds my gears, and that was what was happening to me a lot when I got in an accident, which is why I'm very passionate about it and explaining my case, because there was really an issue. I'm a driver. I've been driving for 3 years. I drove with a permit when COVID happened for a year and a half, gotten no problems, no issues, no accidents. I never hit nobody, I never bumped nobody, I never scratched nobody until Miami. Hola, clear the era, clear the era. Okay, yes, I feel like the story time could have started from when I went to the Wendy's. But I don't know why I really just had to explain so much, because I really think everything played into this accidentally. Like, I promise y'all, the reason I'm explaining so much, and if y'all don't want to click through it or watch through it, I don't know why I'm being a little insecure. Maybe it's because I've been gone for a while. But, like, as I'm editing, I'm just thinking, I'm like, damn, are you talking too much? Like, maybe you could cut this out. But, like, no. Like, this is the one place where I feel like I'm going to explain the story from detail to detail, and y'all will actually listen. Like, when I was trying to explain it to, like, the cops and my mom, like, you know, like, they was not hearing me. They did not give a damn. And it was just like, okay. So bear with me. I'm sorry if I keep like going off to like really state my case, but like, bruh, I really wish I could have took this to court, but whatever. So as I was coming out the lane, I took the right and then it was like turn left. I was on GPS because I don't know, I was just on GPS. I don't go nowhere without my GPS. So I was headed back to my mom's massage area and I was like, all right, this is a left turn. I looked for the no left turn sign. There was no left turn sign. On God, I looked for the no left turn sign. So there was no left turn sign, and I go to make the turn. But since it was such a busy ass intersection, I knew to clear both sides, oncoming and upcoming traffic. I knew to clear both sides because I needed to be able to make that left turn without anybody flying into me on both sides. And paying attention to 5 lanes when you're trying to turn into left is really it's really hard, but you have to do that multiple times in Miami, so I had gotten used to it. So I'm watching the red light ahead. The red light turns red, or the green light, at the time it was green, it turns red. So everybody's starting to slow down on both sides. Also, like when it turned left on the side that was coming, like oncoming traffic, and on the side that was coming that way, they both turned red at the same time. So like both sides. So if once the red light went red, I would only have to worry about a few cars passing, like, you know, going through the yellow light, and then I'll be able to go. Also, it was a very busy street, so that lane, when it turns red, or the lane that I need to clear first, once it turns red, like that light turns red, it will be a lot of build up traffic. So what you have to do is you have to go through cars. You have to let someone give you the right of way, give you the space, and then if someone's being so they're gonna block the lane or block the intersection or block your car where you won't be able to go. But luckily I had a Samaritan who was not doing that to me. He let me go. So he stopped. It's 2 lanes. This is the lane, this is the lane. I'm right here. This lane right here stops and gives me the right of way. I'm looking in the next lane. Who the f clears one lane and not the other? Like, let's just be real. I'm not dumb. There was no cars. There was no cars in the lane. There was no cars. There was no cars on both sides. And when I post the picture, y'all will see I'm not lying. You can see because literally as soon as we got in an accident, I stopped and took a picture automatically out of my car. But you will legit see that there was no, like when I took the picture, you could see, mind you, this is still the same red light. There was like 2 cars who was there who I let pass when I was clearing the lane, and then there was like 3 or 4 cars who was in the lane that I cleared, in the lane of the person who let me have the right of way. This might be very confusing for y'all, but like if you're looking at the pictures that I'm showing y'all, y'all will definitely understand what I'm saying. If not, I'm sorry. So the lane that gave me the right of way, he tells me go. He legit went like this. So I'm like, okay, cool. I inch up a little bit, and then I legit have the clear when I checked, which is literally like not even a 5-second gap. Like not even a 5-second gap for between that wave and me itching up, checking, and then going. Y'all, why the f do I hear? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just show y'all what the fuck I experienced. Me driving. Oh, I got the right of way, thank you. I'm like, who the hell is honking me? Look. Why is there a white Honda Civic coming at me 35, 45, 55 miles per hour? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So me, real hard. I put that foot in, yeah, I did very hard. I broke hard as f. Like I most likely got whiplash. Like I legit broke hard as f. The way it was, as you can see, I mean, I'm gonna put it right here. But as you can see, like just based off the picture, this is the lane that gave me the clear. This is the lane that I was hitting. Well, I'm going to assume he did because like I said, there was no cars in the lane. What I think he did was when he seen everybody was slowing down for that red light, he was trying to be in like the lane that didn't have most cars, because like I said, the lane that gave me the right of way, I don't know why it had a lot of cars in that lane and then no cars in the next lane. But at this point, it's too late. I'm already in the lane. Like I'm literally braking hard as so that I don't hit him. Me and this man fucking collide. But what he did was he thought I would brake hard enough, which I did brake hard enough. It's just that my brakes gave out. Like not gave out, but my brakes did as much as they could. Yes, I can stop myself from flying into the next lane, but I can't stop myself from fucking go. I was literally probably going at this point, like, you know, itching up like 15 miles, 20 miles per hour. I can't stop my car just suddenly like that. He tried to like go in like the next lane that was like past the yellow lines and like swerve and just fly around me. But that's not how it works. So I ended up tapping the front of his car because I was braking so hard that like I slid still, but he barely was ever slowing down. This is my car right here, and this is his car. It's one thing if you didn't want to stop for me, but the light was red. It's one thing if you have the right of way, but if you seen me from afar, and mind you, when you hog someone as a driver, everyone watching this video as a driver, think your brain automatically knows to brake and to gas and to stuff. You don't have to look at the brake to brake. You don't have to look at the gas to gas. You just do it. Like, it's memorized. Like, your brain memorized even where the brakes and where the gas is at. You have very rare issues where you're like where you need to look at the gas, where you forget what the gas and where the brakes is. But when you honk someone, every driver, unless you're a lunatic, we brake all the time when we're driving. So of course that's memorized, but you don't honk people on a memorization. So if you had enough time to use your brain to say, let me honk her so she don't come, you had enough time to brake where you did not fucking hit me. It was more so like a swipe, like, cause I stopped hard as hell and he was trying to like avoid me while still flying. So what happened was our cars, like, if he would have kept going, he could have made it like where he just would have had like a big scratch on the side of his car, but he would have never had like a whole crash damage, like crashed and all that. He would never had all that because I broke hard as like, I was really trying to not hit this man. Then he gets out the car and automatically he gets out the car and he's just recording. Like, I promise you, phone out, recording me. Like, bro, I promise you, the crash didn't even happen for 10 seconds. The man jumped out his car fast as fuck. Like, just automatically like putting a phone in my face, recording like the whole situation, recording everything. Now, if you have to do that for your insurance, go off. But like, I promise you, he didn't even say hello. Like, I know mistakes happen, nothing. Like, the nigga just automatically just started recording me. So I'm like, what? Like, no hi, no nothing. I didn't say shit to him. He gonna look at me and be like, you need to wait your turn. That shit pissed me off so fucking bad. I literally looked at him and I was like, no, bro, what? Like, you legit saw me. Like, you saw me. He just stopped talking. He didn't say anything else. Then I call my mom and mom's like, oh, call the cops. So I'm like, okay, cool. At this point, we already had been in an incident where we had to call the cops already in Miami surrounding this fucking car. So I call up the cops and automatically they put me on a Hispanic 911. So I don't know what's happening, but I hear him on the phone with the cops. So I just hung up because like I don't speak Spanish. The cops came to the scene. That was the only thing he said to me was, you need to wait your turn. How am I supposed to call for help if I don't speak Spanish and 911 is only speaking to me in Spanish? Let's guess the race of the fucking officer. Yeah, you guessed it. Hispanic. The man who hit me, fucking Hispanic. So he automatically, you could tell, and I'm a black with box braids in my hair. Like, bro, they automatically, like, I knew he was gonna blame me. Like, I was sending the pictures to my best friend and everything, and they were like, she was like, bro, they're gonna try to blame you. I hope you know they're gonna try to blame you. My battery's dying. Hold on, y'all. Y'all can't even blame me for that time, though, because high key, I was prepared. So the police officer gets there. And the police officer is already, I could tell, a Hispanic man. So when he comes to the scene, he's like, back up. I'm like, cool, but clearly this is a very busy intersection. There's cars behind me. At the time, there was a fucking 18-wheeler behind me. How do you want me to back up? I'm backing up. My car has a backup camera, but it's very hard to get out of that space. Like, it's mad hard. He wanted me to pull back into the Wendy's parking lot. And mind you, I was in a worse position because remember, my car was this way. So, like, the other man, he just had to, like, he legit just could have did that. Me, I had to back up because I was in a car. I had to back up, try to, like, the fucking 18-wheeler, he was, like, making it very uncomfortable because he was not moving his car. The cop didn't tell him move. But then when it was the other man whose car needed to be moved, why did he stop and clear the whole entire traffic, make the whole entire car, the truck, back up everything for this man to be able to comfortably leave? But he could have comfortably left anyways. But that's cool. I already, like, that wasn't a problem for me. It was just an inconvenience and a minor issue that I already knew was going to put me in a predicament where I had to prove myself. I was the first one in the parking lot, so I pulled into a parking space. The police officer followed me, and then the other man followed him. So the police officer decides to park 4 or 3 cars down away from me, and the man whose car I was in an accident with parked right next to him. Now, I thought that shit was weird as fuck because I was like, first of all, the police officer was the one who really should have said, like, you know, let me park away from, car space away from her, but they decided to park mad far away. And then that's cool, but the man gets out the car, and the police officer gets out the car, so does the man. I get out the car, and immediately he's like, so what happened? The man starts speaking in Spanish. I'm not even mad at the man. I'm mad at the police officer because with the police officer, he was being biased as fuck. The man understands English though, because when the police officer was talking in English, he was literally understanding him, like responding to him and everything. Not just nodding his head, but actually responding to the man. Like when they start talking in Spanish, I don't know if he assumed I talked Spanish for a second because he was like, get away. And I was like, cool. I went back to my car and I instantly started crying. I don't know. I automatically knew I was defeated. Like, I don't know. I just knew, like, in my heart as a black woman, I just knew this shit was not going to be on my, like, side. As soon as the police officer got done talking to him, he looked at me and he was like, so what happened? And I must insert the clip right now so y'all can watch it.
Okay, what happened?
So I had to make a left turn. So I waited because it's a big intersection.
Okay, no left turn. There's no left turn here.
Oh, I was looking for the sign. I didn't see a sign that said no left turn.
Right by stop sign.
Ugh, I didn't even see that.
Okay, don't matter. Even if you went to right, you got the right of way anyways.
I did?
No, he's got the right of way.
Okay, but even I was on GPS. I'm not from here, so.
Okay, well, signs are all the same everywhere.
I know,
you gotta pay attention.
But even my GPS was telling me turn west here, and I looked for the sign. So I waited until it said a clear, like I had to clear. I waited till the light was red, and then the car in this lane, in the right lane, gave me the right of way. So,
no,
not the right of way, but they gave me the indication.
Yeah,
to go.
but he's coming.
I know. It's okay.
I'm just explaining to you that.
I understand. When he walked up to me, it was no hello. It was no nothing. Did y'all hear what he said? So I waited because it's a big intersection.
Okay, no left turn.
There's no left turn right there. At that point, I legit just was ready to accept all defeat. What did the GPS tell me to do in the beginning when I was driving? Did it not tell me to turn left? Also, he kept cutting me off every time I was fucking talking. Like, every time I was talking, he kept cutting me off. I was looking for the sign. I didn't see a sign that said no left turn. So I was like, where's the sign, right? Because he's like, it is a sign, right by the stop sign. No, it's not. As you can see, he literally can't even find it. Like, he can't even find the sign. And mind you, why was the left sign hidden behind all the trees? So now I don't know why I laughed at this, because it's really ironic. That no left turn sign was hidden behind all the trees. And then when I was explaining it on live, I was like, I know the no left turn sign was hidden because when I looked this way, I didn't see it. But I kept telling them, I was like, I don't know if it was a sign or a tree or I know it wasn't a building or like a person, but that no left sign was blocked by something. Y'all, in the screenshot itself, you could clearly see maps don't play. There is, right where I was, mind you, I was making the left turn right here, where I got in the accident in this lane. Y'all, the no left sign, when I looked for the left sign, I was already up here. It was hidden behind these fucking trees. And my GPS is telling me, turn left. So why wouldn't I go? And then look, I didn't even see that. Okay, don't matter. Even if you went to right, you got the right of way anyways. And I was taking that shit so disrespectful, and I really was ready to curse him the out. As you can see, I was mad, intimidated, and I kept stuttering so hard because I just got out of my car and I was crying. And then the car in this lane, in the right lane, gave me the right of way. So, no, not the right of way, but they gave me the indication to go. I don't know why, but that no, like in the moment when he did that, I was ready to just be like, give me the fucking ticket and literally leave me alone. Because why would you ask me what happened if you knew you was gonna just talk over me the whole time? I want y'all to see the man who I was in an accident with. Why, when I'm explaining the story, he's standing there, but when it was me, you told me to get away. I'm starting to feel like this video has maybe possibly become terms of being sued or something. I don't know. I started getting that little vibe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut all the information that I was adding with they face in it, but I'm gonna still like show y'all shit on my phone, because on my phone I can control like what y'all see. But if I was to insert the clip where the cop was talking to me, I inserted that already, but like I can't insert it upward, because if I do, y'all see everything, license plates, people's face and all that. And nah, I'm not really trying to get sued here, so Like what? Gave me the indication. Yeah, but he's coming. I know. It's okay. I'm just explaining to you that. I understand. So, and not that moment, I could tell what kind of scene it was just by how when I said like, bro, I know, like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm just explaining to you. I feel like that's a tactic. Like, he's talking to me aggressive as f. He's not letting me talk. He's cutting me off when I speak. And then as soon as I start getting like overwhelmed, and I'm like raising my voice as well because you're overwhelming me, you're like, oh, I'm just explaining, I'm just telling you. Like, they're trying to like make me feel like I'm being overly aggressive now, but it's like, nah, like, you're cutting me off to the point where it's irritating me. So that's why I'm being just as aggressive to you right now as you're being to me. So at the end of that conversation, nothing else was really important. He just was like, give me your license and registration. I'm not gonna include that because I had a little bit of personal information in there as well. So I'm gonna just cut that part out. The police officer goes back to the car with the man, like they both walk back, and the man, he was like standing outside his window, like leaning in, like they was dead just talking. I wish I would have took a picture, but I was dead, was legit in tears. Like, I just kept, like, after that I kept crying. I'm not irresponsible. I always wear my seatbelt. I don't drink and drive. I would never drink and drive, ever, ever, ever. I would rather Uber. About 30 minutes later, he came back to my car and just handed me a ticket. So then I'm like, can you explain, like, you know, what is the ticket for? What is the process? Something. Nope. Nothing. Do y'all want to know what really pissed me off? So he handed me the report. Let me show y'all the damage of the man's car. So this was the damage of my car, right? Let me show y'all the man's car. The damage on the man's car. Do you know what the police officer put of the costly damage? Even though I know insurance estimates it and all that shit, and that you have to bring it to a mechanic and they estimate it, but it's the principle. He's gonna put that the car damage of that man's car on the report was $1,000. Knowing that shit only took $2 to fix. Like, I legit looked at him and I was like, so you put $1,000 cost for that? He goes,
You know, I think that he has to bring it to the person. So I'm just putting my quote. I'm just putting the quote. That's the quote. And when I can go, doesn't matter. It doesn't say.
I was like, cool. Like, I snatched the ticket and I rolled up my window. There's nothing left to fucking say to you. That was the story time, and I ended up just paying the ticket. Like, I wasn't even gonna take that shit to court because I was leaving Miami in like 4 days. Or when did this take place? This took place, I left on the 26th. This took place on, yeah, I was leaving in 2 days. So it was no point of me trying to fight a ticket and then I actually have a in-person court date, because now that COVID's over, we all have, like, a lot of us have in-person. And then I don't show up for court and I have this whole fucking thing on my belt. I was not trying to do that. So the ticket was like something like $149. And I just paid it and I just got the fuck up out of there. That no left turn is the only reason why I just was like, I don't care, just give me a ticket. I'm gonna get up out of here because I have to go do a couple things, but I want to film again today because this is the day that I just decided to film. So I want to film again today. I might film that second part, or the second where I was telling y'all what was going on in Miami. And then I have a very big story time coming for y'all about Miami, which was my Airbnb issue. Horror story with that. But yeah, y'all, so I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye. Don't miss me too much. Hopefully I can get this footage off my SIM card, because for some reason my SIM card has been fucking with me. So slay. Adios, y'all. Bye.